Hi, this is Amanda, and this is my Beachbody story. My Beachbody story began over 10 years ago. I actually did Power 90, which put me into a pretty good fitness routine for a few years. I have done everything under the sun as far as fitness goes, but that really did kickstart me. Tony Horton and his Power 90 then took it to the gym, did CrossFit, did lots of power yoga, hot yoga, you name it, pretty much was really fit for years. I wouldn't say I was very healthy. I didn't eat extremely well, but I tried. So that's how I started. Then, fast forward 10, 11 years, I got married, I had a dog, I had a baby, and I work full time. So trying to find a consistent balance and getting to the gym or getting to a class or what have you was a struggle. I would do something for 30 days, I would stop. I would do something for 2 weeks, I would stop. So I was really start and stop. I never kind of followed through with anything. And then in about October of 2013, I think it was, Sarah had messaged me, or maybe even before that, messaged me about Beachbody coaching, and I think I politely turned it down for a while. We still kept chatting here and there. I didn't think it was something that I wanted to do. Obviously, I didn't really understand it or research it much. I just said no. So I still followed Sarah. I watched her, going to Summit and doing this, that, and the other thing, and kind of came around where I needed it for me. And so I jumped on the opportunity. I also had gone to a Super Saturday here in San Diego. Another coach had invited me to. And my first impression was that everyone was a little too happy and crazy for me. I don't really like people. I kind of like to do my own thing. And these people were hopped up on something. Turns out it was just, Beachbody, fitness, support, Shakeology, and Chalene. I even gave away my picture with Shailene because I was like, this girl is going to love this if I give it to her. And I don't really want a picture with Shailene. So, did the PiYo workout, really liked it. I went home and I thought about it. I had tried Shakeology twice, and I really liked it. I couldn't believe that it was actually good for you, but I didn't want to pay for it. Well, I wanted to pay for it, but my husband didn't want me to pay for it. So, I decided that I would buy a challenge pack and not tell him. And then I would make the money back. And that's how I got started coaching. It was purely selfish and whatever the word is for proving him wrong. He also reminded me that I never really finished anything. So I had to make sure I committed to this 60 days of PiYo, drinking my shake every day, and guiding other people to do the same. And I was loving it. So, I invited everyone under the sun. I had success starters the first 3 months because I just was really liking the changes that I was feeling in myself, with the personal development, with everything. So it was really easy and natural for me to invite people. And that's kind of how the ball started rolling. I didn't really understand what I was doing for a while. I just went with it. That's kind of my personality. So it's a little bit easier for me to do stuff like that. I don't research too much, which is not a good thing. I just go. So in this instance, it worked out. It got the ball rolling. I started high with Success Club 10 for the first, I've hit Success Club 10 every month, but that's how I kind of think I started high, so I just kept going. So I went Diamond in November of last year. I am still a Diamond coach, but I work full-time. I don't think I talked about that yet. So I work for the Navy. I am a government employee working on the Navy's Marine Mammal Program. So I train dolphins to hunt underwater mines. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, so my job is cool. I like my job. So why do I want to do this? Is part of my story, because it's all I can do. And I needed something else. I needed an option. And this seemed like the perfect fit. I was a diving coach for years. I was a gymnast and a diver when I was younger. I'm from New Jersey originally, so when I moved to San Diego, I coached diving here at the University of San Diego, and I do like coaching people. So this was kind of natural, but I didn't realize that it was. So that's been a year and a half so far, and I have definitely seen the light. I just need to keep going towards it. Anyway, so that's my story, and now I'm going to tell you my why, which I kind of started with a little bit. So my why, my strong why in the beginning and still now, is to make enough money to fly to New Jersey. So I'm from New Jersey originally, I live in San Diego, and flying back and forth with my daughter, sometimes my husband, is expensive, and I didn't want it to be an issue between my husband and I, whether or not we could afford it, or whether or not we just wanted to pay, you know, 500, 600, 1,000 more than that to get home when I wanted to go. And I like to go 4 times a year, so that's a lot. So I just wanted to make enough money to cover those flights, honestly, to start, and to cover my costs of drinking Shakeology and my workouts. And that was my beginning why, and it's still a strong why, because even though now I feel like I can do it, I still look at the price of tickets and I'm like, ugh. But anyway, I do it now because that's why I make this money, is to get home to see my family and bring my daughter to see my family, because she's the only one that's far away out of all of them. And then also my daughter obviously is a strong why, because she will be going to kindergarten soon, a year and a half or so, and I don't want to put her in before care and after care. I've already, I don't know if I regret it, but I've worked full-time the entire time I've had her, since 3 months old, and I feel like I've kind of missed out on a lot doing that. My job's pretty demanding. I have the opportunity to travel. I don't necessarily always agree to travel because it's hard to leave her, but I don't want that to be an issue either. And if this is a career that I can switch to at some point when I'm ready, then I don't have to worry about that stuff, because it's me and it's my schedule. I mean, it's a little bit of a struggle, because when you do really like your job, you're like in this weird spot, but I know that I can't sustain my job forever, and I don't want to switch over to some weird government job where I'm doing nothing from 9 to 5. So that's another push for me to have this as my second career in life, and my switch after being a dolphin trainer for 13 years, because there's not much else you can do unless you go to school. So those are my 2 basic whys right now. I have a couple hairy, scary, deep whys that I'm just not ready to put out there yet, but maybe you guys will push me to put them out there. They're hiding somewhere in the back of my head, so it's hard for me to sometimes get those out, even though I know I need the why that makes me cry. But for now, it's getting to see my family, which can make me cry at times, just not right now, and my daughter, and being around for her more when she goes to school, especially. So yeah, that's my story and my why. I hope you guys connected, and I look forward to talking to you more tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.